part 12, the final chapter of the summer series for this year.
Yes.
All the Everything podcast. Tim, what is going on, my man?
Man, what a summer it's been, wrapping up this summer series, leads to a lot of reflection, right? We've shared a lot of things we've done this summer already. And let's tell them what's going on today, Billy. We're actually live in the studio for the one that's coming out this Thursday.
It's actually, this week I will be editing this right after we finish. It'll be nice and fresh. So we're on the current, no bulk recordings right at the moment.
Yeah.
This week happens
Those are coming.
this week.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what that tells us always is that we actually have no backup episodes. So the fact that we're recording on Monday and we're putting it out on Thursday for you guys tells us that, we lost a couple things in deletion land, but what are you going to do?
We got to do. Yep. And we used our rainy day episode last week because it was raining a little bit, right? So
it was raining, teeth pain and travel and all kinds of stuff. So
but we made it through. The NBA was a fun episode. I'm glad we got to put that out there. I know it was nostalgic for both of us. And
yeah, it was a great episode because we had recorded that,
months ago.
Yeah, to the point where it was so new to me because I totally forgot everything we talked about, really. I was like, I didn't even remember I picked those people. But yeah, that was a good one. We had a great response for it. And actually, what did that lead us to? We got some special attention, right?
Oh, we did. Yeah. We are the number one podcast on Good Pods for the NBA.
Woohoo!
And that was our first NBA themed podcast.
Yeah. We beat out other people who had multiple other multiple episode one. I think the person in second place had 400 plus.
I think they were an ESPN Sports Center anchor, actually.
And we took them down.
We took them down. Number one.
Let's go.
That's right. All the Everything podcasts.
Yep.
We're also the number one Disney.
Mm-hmm.
We're the number one Bigfoot themed podcast. We are the number one travel themed podcast on Good Pods. That happens when your niche. They say this with podcasts is you have niches. Our niche is all the niches. This is all the everything. So
you want a niche? We got it.
Yep.
Take this niche and that niche. Boom, 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 boom.
Yep.
Gunslinger niches. And if you have no idea what we're talking about, if you're listening, go watch us on YouTube, man.
Yep.
So much entertainment.
That's true. That is true. The YouTube is you get to see and experience everything. Now, we appreciate those that listen. We love you. Hit that download button. Leave a 5-star review. Come on. That's just it just sings to our hearts, y'all.
That's right.
We would love that. But yeah, we love our YouTubers. We love our listeners. We love all of you.
So let me talk about that actually. So I always wondered when I would listen to people forever on podcasts, just listen to many episodes, seasons, and then I finally see the people, and I'm like, oh, they're way different than I had pictured. So I always wonder what people think when they finally come see us. Like, hopefully we live up to your standard when you eventually see us. We are that good looking in real life too. So
that's right.
Don't worry about that. But I always wondered, because I always have been just made that's what that person looks like.
That's what you're like. The voice does not match the face.
Have you ever done that before though?
Oh yeah.
You're like, oh, okay.
Whoa. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Cool.
So hopefully we live up to everyone's standards when they see us. Hope we're as good looking as you maybe thought. Maybe you didn't think we were good looking at all. So either way, it may pay off for you or really might let you down at how we look. But we do our best. We set up great backgrounds. Billy's got a beautiful background full of all his stuff. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to say we have a special guest joining us today. Do you want to introduce him?
Sure. I herald your ending. I herald his beginning. I herald Galactus.
Galactus is in the building.
Galactus. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, check out this dude. He's bigger than my body.
That is a Guinness World Record holder popcorn bucket for the largest popcorn bucket ever sold.
Yeah, so that is the Galactus popcorn bucket. When I heard this was coming out, I saw it was going to be a popcorn bucket. I knew it'd be nearly impossible to get it in the theater because of just, I don't know who people who work there let other people have it earlier or whatever.
Right.
So I pre-ordered it, and it finally came when I was out of town. And when I opened it up, I was like, "Oh my gosh, this thing is massive." I knew it was gonna be big, but it is ginormous. So I'm gonna put him in his new home here. Just one moment. If you're watching, bear with me. He will now be over here guarding us in the corner.
Oh, look at that.
There is Galactus.
I always feel like somebody's watching me.
Galactus is. Yeah, so that's really cool. But should we tell him what I called you about yesterday? Or
yeah, you go ahead and tell him.
So I called Billy. I was so excited. I came home from vacation, and I noticed there was a big box here, and I was thinking, what the God's name is this? I didn't order anything. I opened it up. The person I had pre-ordered my Galactus from sent me another one. So I called Billy. I was like, "Do you want Galactus?" And he was like,
"Yeah, I do."
Yes, heck yeah, I do.
I do.
Where would you even put it behind you?
I don't know. That's what I got to figure. Yeah, he's not going to fit on those shelves. They're not tall enough. But I'll figure something out.
Yeah. So we'll both have a big, massive Galactus. Popcorn, but it is so big, though. It's crazy.
That's what she said. But
I know. I was getting ready for you to say that before I did. It's ginormous. I can barely fit it in my hands. Galactus. Anyhow, thanks for heralding my entrance to Galactus.
There you go.
I didn't realize that the whole time his big headpiece was to the side right here by the camera. Anyhow, so that is that.
Big. He's just that big.
He is Galactus. So anyhow, we talked about Fantastic Four and stuff a couple episodes ago, and Superman and all those fun things. Mm-hmm. But recently, I just got back. I was down in Disney with my daughter Lauren and my wife Leslie. Lauren was craving a little Disney getaway before she started back to school, which is actually she's leaving for her senior year tomorrow in college.
Oh my gosh.
Cannot believe it. It's already her senior year for college. It's crazy. But anyhow, we had a great time down there. As you well know, it's August. It is hotter than Hades down there, man. It is so hot. Yeah, so that was good, but it was crazy hot, but we got to see some of our ETP family down there a little bit. We had a nice dinner with some of our agents, which was great always to see them. And we rode all the rides. We did this special fireworks party at Geo 82 at Epcot. Ooh. Do you know the new lounge they built?
Very fancy.
Oh my gosh, it was amazing. It's expensive. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty expensive, but they give you unlimited old fashions, Billy, and like these are like top notch old fashions. By the way,
this is top shelf.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah, great bourbon. And then I paid for a bourbon flight. They had a specialty Woodford Reserve blend that was delicious. They had, I took a picture of it. The two big ones where there was a Stag Junior in there, and there was also a special Blanton's that was in there.
Oh, Blanton's. Okay.
I can't remember what the first one was. It doesn't matter. But anyhow, I paid for that to have that flight. So I had some amazing bourbons. They gave us some great food in there. Leslie had unlimited champagne. Like when I say unlimited, I mean like bottle, maybe 3 bottles. Who knows? They were popping bottles for her because every time it was like this much empty, like an inch, they could fill it up. And then Lauren did all the unlimited margaritas. So,
ooh,
that's what you get: unlimited champagne, old fashions, and margaritas. And they bring out some food and stuff too. So
now, could you, if you wanted to, could you mix them, or do you have to pick one route?
What do you mean as far as what drinks you get?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can get whatever you want.
Like I'm going to do a margarita, but hey, let's go to the champagne. Oh, let's do a bourbon now. Yeah, I like to party.
You can do them all. Exactly. I mean, like, yeah, you can come take them all down. So it was a lot of fun. I wouldn't do it all the time because it is really expensive.
Sure.
But here's the thing. You can also just get a reservation to be in there during the fireworks. You wouldn't get the whole, by the window seats and stuff, but you'd still be in there because they pipe in all the music. You can see the fireworks amazingly through their, whatever that is, big windows and stuff. But yeah, it's really cool.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
But then we left from there, and Lauren flew home, and Leslie and I got on the inaugural cruise for Royal Caribbean Star of the Seas. And that ship, Billy, was fantastic, man.
The world's largest ship.
Yeah.
Wow.
It is. The crazy thing about it is Icon, its sister ship, Icon of the Seas, was supposed to be the largest ship at seas, and this is supposed to be a sister ship. So I don't know if they maybe extended the bow by an inch
That's
or
right.
a foot to make it
Still-
like the big,
still
like you said.
counts.
It still counts. Make it the biggest ship at sea. So, so many big, huge neighborhoods on. I'm not going to go through a whole tour of the ship on here, but fantastic. We got to really meet with a lot of our representatives we know in the industry, a lot of friends in the industry, a lot of fun conversations, a lot of what's the word? Not cooperation. What's the word I'm looking for?
Collaborator? No, collaborators. Collaborator's not a word.
Collaboration. Thank you.
Yeah, there you go. Collaborator.
You know, we were some collaborators, and we were collaborators with the collaboration, but this working with a bunch of people that we know in the industry and a lot of friends and stuff. So it was really a great time. We just got home just this past Saturday evening, and Leslie, you know, when the boss calls, you got to go. She said, so they called her down for a social media thing. She's leaving actually tomorrow to go down to the airport. She's going back down to Disney. She'll be there through Saturday.
Is this the one where she gets to preview like all the new things, like the new bar at
the only thing that she gets to preview really is the Beacon Barrel.
Beacon Barrel, yeah, the new Pirates of the Caribbean bar. But then they're gonna go. I think she's gonna go see the villain show, right? Was that on this one, or was that? I know she saw it in the last time. I know it's not brand new. The villain show. That
villain show, by the way, was amazing.
I loved it. I
didn't know you saw it too.
Yeah, we went. We spent before we went on the Treasure. We spent a day at Hollywood Studios and Epcot.
Oh, okay.
And so we started off and we went straight and saw the Little Mermaid, and then we went right on to the new villain show at Hollywood Studios, and then we hopped on the Skyliner and spent the rest of the day at Epcot. But yeah, because those are the two things, you know, I hadn't seen since, you know, Little Mermaid's been closed since COVID, and they kind of, you know, amped it up a little bit, like because it was from the 90s and it's still kind of that vibe, but you know.
Hey, what's your review on that, by the way? Because we were with some of our agents who had saw it, like Morgan and Madison and people, and they were like, it doesn't make sense. It's like they started something and then they finished it differently.
I will. Let me tell you what she's like, that doesn't make sense. They skip so much. It just, the story does not make sense, you know? And so it really bugged her. And you know, some of the animation, I will say this, for, you know, Disney owns Pixar. They own Disney Animations, obviously.
They own everything.
They're really good at computer animation stuff. And this was like straight to DVD type digital editing, like with the graphics that they used. And so
like Aladdin Part 3 or something like that.
Yeah, it was rough. It was like 1995. I'm like, you just spent 5 years revamping this thing. Wasn't our favorite. But if you love The Little Mermaid, go see it. But now the villain show was great. Mirror, mirror on the wall.
No. Magic mirror.
Magic mirror on the wall. Yes, sorry. That's right.
Talked about during the Mandela effect.
We did talk about this. Yes. Magic mirror on the wall. Who's the most, what is it? But they have an original song. Right? Yeah, they have an original new song for that. It's really good. It's a really,
the technology they used for it, all the different screens with all the villains coming in was just so stinking cool. Now, who won when you were there as far as the villain?
Let's see. Cruella de Vil won.
Cruella won with ours too. But so we were talking to some of our agents who were there, and they were thinking that the same person wins every time, because when they went a couple times, it was Maleficent.
Yeah,
each time who won.
I think technically, like, they do it based off of cheers, but Maleficent had the most cheers.
Same.
And so I was like, I think they just already pre-plan who. They don't really base it off the cheers. They just know who's gonna. Oh,
poor Captain Hook. He's never gonna win. Yeah.
So, yeah, but yeah, that's who won ours, and I really enjoyed the show.
Yeah,
it's always it's nice to go in an air conditioned theater for
always
20 minutes just to kind of refresh and cool down a little bit. So that's always nice.
Yeah, it was really, really good addition to Hollywood Studios. So. So that's our Disney talk for you and cruise talk. What's been going on with you?
Man, the girls are back in school. and
Yes.
so I am getting back in a routine which my
Uh-huh.
soul really, really needs because
Yeah.
if you know, you've heard me talk. I've been on this weight loss journey for almost 2 years. December it'll be 2 years,
Right.
and this summer I was talking to the girls like, girls, I really need y'all to help me out. We need to go walking,
Mm-hmm.
and I need to go get out a little bit. And we got to go walking. And the first time we went out, Lily got terrible blisters on
Oh
her
no.
heels, on both heels, and I ended up having to carry her like a mile and a half, like in the sun. Like it was an excellent workout that day, but she was like, "Yeah, no." And so I hadn't gotten consistent with my workouts,
Yeah.
just being because I work from home, and I take care of them, and so they're like my main goal. So now that they're back
Right.
in school, it's been a little bit over a week now that they've been in school, and just be able to go walking every day and
Yeah.
getting to do all the things has been so good for my soul. Like this morning, I went and hiked this new trail that was in Northport, Alabama, that had like this swinging rope bridge that was kind of shady and
Oh, that's
really
cool.
cool. Yeah, it was really cool. And so just got to kind of get outside, get some fresh air, and get my steps in. Really good for the soul. So I'm trying to get back in the motion of things and try to kickstart. Because when you're on a weight loss journey, there's ups, there's downs, and then there's just valleys where you stall. And so I'm trying to
Right.
get out of the valley. I'm trying to get back going down. And that's just how your body. Your body has to react to change, and there's
Right.
going to be those. And so don't let it discourage you and everything like that. And so that's kind of where I'm at, just trying to get back at it. And another big thing, I don't know if you have gotten to see this, or because
Yeah.
I don't know if this has been in your world view,
I
but
wonder if you're gonna bring up a question I was just getting ready to ask you. I'm curious.
okay.
Hold on, let me write it down.
Okay.
So you know
Okay.
I'm not lying. Hang on one second. I have my phone
Okay.
right here.
So I'm wondering.
I wonder if this is it. If it is, I'm gonna lose my mind. That shows you how in sync we are as friends and co-hosts.
And how disappointing it will be if it's not what I'm about to say.
If it's not, it's fine.
It's like,
It's totally fine. But I was just getting ready to bring up something that I've been thinking about to talk to you
okay.
about today. And I just thought it was just in my head at that second you just said that. So go ahead.
Okay. So the girls, um, they watched this show on Netflix called K-pop Demon Hunters. Is that where you're going or no?
No, actually, it's not.
Oh, dang. What did you? Oh,
Because there's something on also Netflix about this too.
oh, what is it? The SEC thing? Or
Bama Rush Week, baby.
Bama Rush. Oh yeah, that's
That's
whoo.
huge. I wanted to talk to you about Bama Rush. So go ahead and
We'll
finish
have
your story and we'll get into
okay.
it.
So K-pop Demon Hunters is this show. It's this movie on Netflix. It's made by Sony Animation, and if you've
Yeah.
watched Into the Spider-Verse or Meet the Mitchells, Mitchells versus the Machines. That's what it's called. It's like that
Okay.
kind of style. Those are fantastic movies.
I love those.
Love those. But K-pop Demon Hunters, about this girl trio that is a big, huge pop sensation, K-pop,
Yeah.
and they fight and they're tasked for protecting the earth. They're warriors and they kill the demons and stuff like that. But
That sounds really kid friendly.
and in this, there's this boy band of demons that come out to try to defeat them, and
Oh.
the music is absolutely incredible.
Oh, it's a
In this,
banger?
it is incredible, and it gets stuck in your head. Like it's like legit, like the number 2 viewed Netflix show of all time, and it probably will beat out Red Notice as the number 1 most viewed Netflix show
Wait a
of
minute.
all time
This show is the number 2 most viewed thing on
ever.
Netflix ever?
It has been like, for the last month, it has been like the internet sensation. Like it is such a good movie. Like I was watching it, just that you wanted to watch it, and I'm like, this is really, really a good movie. Like I really
Oh, so
enjoyed it. Like,
it's not a series.
so no, it's a movie, yeah. And
Okay,
so
okay.
and also they've already agreed they're going to come out with a sequel and they're making it into a live action. That's like how popular, like,
oh wow,
this and so like the plans are, like, it is like all over my TikTok. Like, I got on K-pop Demon Hunter TikTok, just can't get off of it.
Out of it now.
People are cosplaying and doing, like,
that's awesome.
There's a lot of like heavy metal bands that are like covering their songs in heavy metal. The music is incredible. They did such a good job with it. And so if you haven't seen K-pop Demon Hunters,
this is your
good,
plug to go watch.
Yeah, go watch it. They get my stamp of approval. I actually watched it without the girls. That's how good it. After I've seen it with them, I actually rewatched it by myself. That's how good it was. So, but Bama Rush.
Yeah, let me introduce my talk about this. I have just seen it come up on TikTok this past like month, really, and like, and I think the last 2-3 weeks has been like the biggest part of Bama Rush. Right now, I don't go in depth and watch every video, but it's been coming up because it's so popular. And I was like, I have to talk to Billy. He's an Alabama person, and this Bama Rush week is supposed to be like world renowned and crazy. So tell me about it.
Well, my office, that when I worked at the University of Alabama, my office shared the parking deck with the sorority houses. And so if you're right by Bryant-Denny Stadium, or sorry, excuse me, Nick Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we renamed it. All the sorority houses are these gorgeous like mansions that are lining, they're right beside Bryant-Denny, and they kind of go around the corner as well, but they're right beside the office that I used to work at. The building that we worked at when I worked at the university. So we shared those parkings, with the sorority girls, and it's always been crazy. But probably about 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, it went absolutely viral. Like, the girls doing all these different videos, and you go through a rush, and it became basically like a sorority reality show, because you get invested in these girls. And if you don't know what Rush is, they're applying at all these different sororities, and so they're going through all these parties and these different events, and the girls are trying to see which girls they want to go, and then they rank the sororities that they wanted, like top 5, and then if they match up, like who they match up with, like highest on their list, that becomes their sorority. Like, Michelle was a sorority, Alpha Gamma Delta at UAB, but this is on a whole different level. And so it's basically become a reality TV show. They actually filmed a secret documentary about it last year. And
it's on Netflix, right?
Yeah, it's on Netflix, and that caused a lot of drama because they're not supposed to do that at all.
They're supposed to not film anything, right?
No, it's supposed to be really secret. So those girls got in trouble. And then there's always high drama. There's always high emotions. And then, of course, the girls all do their OOTDs, their outfits.
I was just going to ask you if you know what the OOTDs are. Okay.
Yeah. I was watching this one girl, and she, they're going through, and this is like my Lululemon shirt or whatever. This is I got this from Amazon, my ring. My earrings are from, whatever. And then she's like, this necklace is so-and-so. And then this other girl took those OOTDs, and then she was going through each item and finding them on Amazon and online and getting the prices and linking them to the thing. This girl was wearing a $15,000 necklace on her OOTD.
Did you say 15,000?
$15,000.
Oh my gosh, that's insane.
And so I'm like, who's to say that these companies aren't going up to these girls that they know are going to be popular and be like, hey, will you wear my necklace? And you can kind of be like, oh, look at me, I got a $15,000 necklace,
Oh, for sure.
But that's kind of how it's big money. There's big drama. There's been big drama with lawsuits this year with one of the main girls that's kind of started it all. She's in like this huge lawsuit.
Yeah, I've seen something about that.
So she's not doing a whole bunch of stuff, but then her mom gets involved, and she kind of says some stuff that makes it just amp it up. It's all big drama.
I was just listening to something about this recently, just today on a podcast, and they were talking about that they think that girl's family's trying to have a reality show being filmed right now. And that's why the mom's stirring up all the drama.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Look at us getting into all this girl talk. I love it.
That's right. That's right. We haven't even 30 minutes in, haven't even got to her.
So we didn't even say what OOTD stands for, though.
Outfit of the day, y'all.
So let's do our outfit of the day.
Okay.
I think that's good.
You want to go first?
Yeah. So I'm wearing glasses from Warby Parker.
That's right.
I love these. I'm wearing my Pizza Planet shirt from Walt Disney World.
Yep.
I have my Samsung health ring on.
Ooh, fancy.
I'm also wearing my Samsung watch from Samsung. I'm not going to show you my pants because that'd be weird.
Yep.
But I'm wearing just random khaki shorts, and I'm wearing all blacked out Hokas.
Ooh, very nice. Let me put these on because these. I'm going to talk about these real quick too.
Yeah, tell me about your OOTD. Let's go.
All right, so here I'm wearing a what kind of hat is this? This is
it's Fantastic Four.
It is. Oh, New Era. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Right, let me start. Okay. So I got my New Era Fantastic Four ball cap, which I love. I'm wearing an Amazon black hoodie. You get these bad boys for like $40, and you get like 5 of the shirt, like short sleeve hoodies. Love them
that
because when you're on a weight loss journey, you go through shirts, and so I'm wearing some Amazon basketball shorts. I'm rocking some Brooks. Ow! Sorry, I'm rocking some. I'm rocking some Brooks.
Cough. Wait a minute for a second. You have to watch this episode, guys. You have to watch this on YouTube. I beg you.
Yeah, I'm rocking some Brooks. I love these shoes. They're so comfortable. It's ridiculous.
What color? Are they black and gray? Is that green on the bottom?
Yeah, there's lime green. There's blue. Okay. But the majority of it's black. And then I got my Mickey Mouse ring, my wedding ring, and then I have my Apple Watch because I'm an Apple guy. And then to finish it all off, I'm currently wearing, and I'll take them off here in a second because of the lights, my brand new Warby Parker glasses. And these are a little bit different because for the first time ever, I was getting to the point where I go to read something, and then I'm doing kind of what my parents used to do, where I'm like pulling it away from my face.
That's my life.
Like I can't see.
Yeah.
And so these are, for the first time ever, progressive lenses, which are basically like bifocals. You just can't see the line, and it kind of hurt my heart that I'm kind of had my eye appointment, and they're like, yeah, it's time. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of want to see. So that would be nice. But yeah.
When you went to the place, did they say, I herald your ending? I herald the beginning. I herald progressive lenses.
Progressive lenses. Yep. Yep. And so I took my happy tail down to Warby Parker because those are my favorite places to get glasses because
you were the guy on Warby Parker. I love these so much.
Yeah, you get like fashion wise, they look fantastic. And then they're cheaper than if you, and for years and years, I would spend like $600 on frames, like,
for sure,
like Ray-Bans or Oakleys or whatever the brand was. But get the frames and the lenses were by far cheaper than if I kind of went through the actual like eye doctor place.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, for OOTD, I didn't say that I have my Samsung or my Beats Pro earbuds.
Yep, and I'm rocking some Air Pro Maxes because, like I said, I'm an Apple guy. He's a Samsung. Our text messages are always green. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. And if you know, you know Samsung's better. So anyhow, well, this has been fun, but I think we should just hit them with it. Are you ready?
Let's go.
Well, there ain't nothing to it but to do it. Are you ready, my friend?
You better believe it. Let's get into all the everything, y'all.
All the everything, we've got it all. We've got it all, small, weird, or tall. So grab your snacks, sit back, don't stress. Cause Tim and Billy talk about the randomness. Formation prone to UFOs. We'll take you where the weirdness goes. It's two guys talking way too loud about stuff that makes no sense, but we're kinda proud.
Well, welcome back to yet another amazing episode of All the Everything podcast. As always, I am one of your hosts, Tim Salk, and I'm joined by the man of the OOTD fame and fortune, Billy Parchman. How you doing, Billy?
Whoop, whoop. Hey, buddy, I'm doing great, man. How are you today?
I'm good. I am ready. I am pumped to get into
Yes.
this episode. Yeah, I just love being behind the mic like in real time. So this
In
is
real
exciting
time
for me. Yeah.
This happened this week. It's airing this week. Wow, it's a special time.
Yep. So yeah, but we've done a lot of summer series today, and sadly enough, our summer series is coming to an end today.
That's
We've
right.
had some great episodes, but we're not going to leave you hanging because we have another great one today. So Billy, tell them what we're talking about, my friend.
Well, today is our final one. We're going with those summer vacation disasters, y'all.
Oh man,
I
mean,
mean,
there's a lot of them.
there's so many out there. Like you hear these horror stories of when people travel and stuff. It happens, and that's why I honestly and selfishly want you all to support small business, right? Use a travel
Absolutely.
agent. Now, we're not guaranteeing that everything will go perfect, but when the things do go awry, you have somebody in your corner, somebody who doesn't charge extra, and a lot of times can get you the best prices. So please consider using a travel agent. And if you don't have one, we would love to do that for you.
And you can find amazing travel agents like Billy at our company, exclusivetravelpartners.com.
That's
You can
right.
go get a free quote on there anytime. Select Billy. I mean, this is the host of the podcast you love. Why not have him plan your vacation? He's been doing it for years. He's great at it. So reach out to us. We'd love to help you.
That's right. But with all that said, we're going to be talking about some stories where the trip goes off the rails, y'all.
It goes
off the
bad.
rails. Yeah. It happens.
So it happens. It happens. You know, people get bored of hearing the fun vacations. Oh, I had a
That's
great
right.
time. No one wants to hear that. We want to hear things that went wrong. We want to hear
Give me that
spill the
drama.
tea. Give me that drama, and let's get after it, right? All right, who's going first today, Billy? Me or you?
You go for it.
Okay. Let's get into. We both have 3 stories today, just so you
That's
know.
right.
If you're listening, don't cut out early. We got a couple great ones for you. So
Mhm.
this first one is called the Airbnb. Here we go.
Mm.
It started off with one of those dreamy, let's escape reality summer trips. You know the kind. Group of college friends, long weekend off work, mountains, no Wi-Fi, hot tub, fire pit, Bluetooth speaker preloaded with 2000s hits. What could go wrong, right?
Right.
Spoiler, everything. So in this story, we'll call him Jake. He books a cozy, secluded Airbnb cabin in the Smoky Mountains. He and 5 friends pile into 2 cars, armed with coolers full of booze, enough snacks to last the apocalypse, and the absolute confidence that nothing bad ever happens when you book a cabin in the woods.
Oh, gosh.
The cabin, though, was a dream. Rustic, but modern, open floor plan, big windows, and that fresh pine air. There was even a hot tub on the deck, and the best of all, no neighbors for miles.
Ooh.
Just you, your friends, and the occasional squirrel with judgmental eyes. Those squirrels have seen a lot, a bunch of naked people getting out of that. The squirrels are a bunch of perverts watching you. So anyhow,
Dr. Doolittle gets all the tea.
He gets it all. He gets it all.
Oh my gosh, could you imagine?
No, I could not. God bless you, animals in the woods. All right. So night 1 went exactly as planned. Burgers on the grill, drinks flowing, music bumping. Someone made s'mores. Someone else forgot how to make s'mores. Laughter echoed through the trees like something out of a rom-com. But then came night 2. It started innocently enough. More grilling, more drinking. But after a couple too many White Claws, they forgot one tiny detail. They left the back door open.
Oh, no.
Cue to 2:17 a.m. Jake wakes up to the sound of rustling. At first, he thinks it's his friend Mike digging through the fridge again, but then the sound changes. It's not clumsy human drunk rustling. It's heavy breathing, snorting, and wait for it, claws on the wood. Jake freezes. He texts to the group chat, "Is someone in the kitchen?" Mike replies, "Nah, bro, I'm upstairs. Why?" Another text from Sarah, "I hear it too. What the F is that?" Then comes the unmistakable sound of a trash bag tearing. Rip. They all slowly peek out of the rooms, and there it is, a full-grown black bear. Inside the kitchen, standing on its hind legs like it owns the place, a paw deep in a bag of Doritos, staring them down like, y'all live like this? Panic sets in. No one moves. No one breathes. Jake whispers, "Do we call 911?" Sarah goes, "What do we even say? Hi, there's a bear in our Airbnb. They'll just laugh us off the line." So instead of calling, they do what any logical group of 20-somethings would do. They film it. Yep, there's actual footage. Yep, there's actual footage of Mike whispering, "Oh my God, it's eating my brisket leftovers." Well, you can hear someone else in the background whisper, sobbing, "I told you all not to leave that door open." Eventually, someone, drunk genius Brian, remembers a trick from YouTube: make loud noise to scare the bear away. So what does he do? He grabs a saucepan and a spatula and bashes them together like he's about to lead a marching band through hell. Clang, clang, clang. The bear freezes mid-snack. Clang one more time. It bolts right out the back door. Then silence. Then a collective exhale, followed by someone going, "Well, there goes breakfast." The next morning, the place was a wreck. Snack wrappers everywhere, a broken cabinet door, one chewed up sandal, and somehow the bear turned on the Keurig. Good job to be a bear.
There you
He
go.
just he needed a little boost. Jake contacted the Airbnb host, who replied with, "Well, you're not the first. That's why the manual says not to leave the doors open. Hope you're okay." Oh, and they got a 1-star guest review. Left food out, attracted wildlife, and caused damage. Will not host again. As for the group, now they have a running group chat named Brisket Bear Survivors Club. Every 4th of July, they text each other with a photo of a bear holding a snack and the caption, "Never forget." They say the moral of the story is, if you're ever in the woods, lock the dang door, and maybe, just maybe, don't keep your brisket by the window.
Oh. Yeah.
That's so crazy, man. I couldn't imagine like being in the room and then hearing like this clawing and roaring of a bear.
Terror.
Terror.
Oh my gosh.
Terror in the woods. But it was I love how the people write their stories. It cracks me up, the writing. They said it was like a marching band going through hell. I'm going
to go ahead and tell you, I have no problem involving the authorities to come get this dang bear.
Oh, yeah. If I see a bear in our place, I'm calling somebody. I'm not going to go down there.
I'm not drop kicking no bear.
Yeah,
unless I have to.
Parade through hell. I don't need that. I don't need that in my life right now.
Nope. No, I don't need that drama. No, not today. Not today.
So that was my Airbnb story.
Very nice.
So Billy, what do you got for us?
I'm going to kind of, since I have a story it's similar, not the same story, but similar. So I'm going to skip ahead to this one to kind of, to match up your Airbnb.
All right. I like that.
This one is called The Cabin with No Chill, and also no heat, no signal, and possibly a bear. Okay.
I love that.
So you ever go on one of those vacations where like every single thing just goes a little bit wrong, and then a few things go spectacularly wrong? Yeah, this was the weekend we had to the cabin. It was supposed to be a relaxing mountain getaway, a long weekend in the Blue Ridge Mountains with a couple of our friends, no kids, no emails, just nature, card games, and a cabin with a hot tub. Yes, sir. Rustic, but with Wi-Fi.
Oh, I like that.
Yep. We booked it through a site called Wilderness Cozy with a Z, which should have been the first red flag. We all drive up separately. My wife and I arrive first, kind of, because it turns out the directions were terrible. Not wrong turn bad. I mean, full blown, we might be in Kentucky now bad. The last 8 miles were gravel road and mud, no street signs, and the GPS literally just said, "Good luck." Yeah. Eventually, we find the place. From the outside, it looks really cute. Classic log cabin, wraparound porch, surrounded by trees. Looks like a scene from a Hallmark movie. We go inside. It's fine. A little drafty, a faint smell of wet raccoon, but we're trying to stay positive. Those weekends without the kids really come few and far between. So you're going to make the most of it.
Yeah, exactly.
That was until we realized that there's no cell service, like none. Our phones are like bricks. We try to text our friends to let them know we made it, but it's like sending messages by candlelight. There's no signal, no bars, and then there's no hope. But the true unraveling begins at night. It drops to 35 degrees. The thermostat does not work. The fireplace, just for decorations.
Oh no.
So how do you have a log cabin that doesn't have a working fireplace? That's my first question. So we do what any grown adult does when we're cold and confused. We pile every single blanket in the house, light a bunch of candles, and eat Pop-Tarts in silence. Our friends, they finally arrive around 10 p.m. furious. Their car bottomed out in a ditch, and they had to push it half a mile. They were soaked, they were muddy, and then they were yelling, "Why does this cabin have a rope swing but no heater?" Right?
Come on, man.
Come on. We were all huddled in the living room and agreed, okay, tomorrow's going to be better. Spoiler alert, it wasn't.
Oops.
The next morning, we decide to make pancakes to lift the mood. The cabin has an cast iron skillet, so I heat it up.
Okay.
But I guess the stove burner was, uneven or cursed because the pan wobbled and launched scalding hot butter directly onto my leg.
Oh,
I scream. God. I drop the spatula. I knock the bowl of batter onto the floor. It's pure pancake chaos. While I'm hopping around, our friend Jess opens the back door to get fresh air and screams.
No.
There's a bear, a real life bear, just vibing in the backyard, chewing on what I can only assume was the garbage can. We all panic. Someone yells, "Do not run," while sprinting down the hallway. Jess throws a pillow at it, and for some unclear reason, I shout, "We mean you no harm." Like the bear, yeah.
Like the bear knows, yeah.
Yeah. The bear glances at us, unbothered, and just walks off. I mean, we're all shaken. Someone may have peed a little. I don't know who that is, but someone might have peed.
Someone peed.
At night, we try to laugh it off. We play charades by flashlight because the power started flickering. I pretend to enjoy it. Inside, I'm planning our escape. Right?
I'm getting the heck out of here, yeah.
Yep. We all go to bed nervous, cold, and questioning life choices. Around 3 a.m., I wake up to a sound. Not the wind, not the bear. It is a man's voice. I freeze. Outside the window, I mean, right outside the window, I hear some raspy southern drawl. "Well, looky here." And my soul leaves my body. I reach over, I shake my wife awake and whisper, "There's somebody outside. Don't move." She sits up and we both hear it again. "Look at that big old thing." I die. I think, this is it. This is how I get murdered in the woods and become an episode of Dateline. Then we hear laughter and footsteps and a flashlight.
Oh no.
Turns out it's two drunk locals who saw our rental listing online and came to check out the cabin. Who does that?
Yeah, exactly.
We yell through the door, "We're in here. Go away. We have a knife." We did not actually have a knife. We did have a corkscrew. I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, you got to do it. You got to take care of it.
Yeah. They leave laughing and yelling something like about Yankees. I don't know. We're not from the North, but I guess it kind of looked like it. So the next morning, we pack up early. We get in our car. No one speaks for like an hour. We drive to the nearest Waffle House, order everything, sit there quietly warming up. Eventually, my friend Matt goes, "So, same time next year?" We all stare at him, and then we slowly nod because here's the thing. As terrible as it was one of the best stories we'll ever have.
That is a really good story. The visuals, like I could see the hot butter hitting the leg.
That's real life.
I also could see the person throwing the pillow at the bear.
We mean you no harm.
We mean you no harm. And then the part of the what was it? The part at the very end? "Oh, we have a knife, but
we have a knife." Yeah, we have a knife. You better back up.
And actually, you don't. That story was amazing. Absolutely amazing. And it's the same kind of vibe, but different story completely.
Right.
So we're moving on to our next story. And this story is just entitled Cancun.
Oh.
So
Okay.
yeah, so I mean, it could mean many things. So
Yes.
let's talk about it. So Lena had been dating her boyfriend Alex for 6 months now. Things were going well. Matter of fact, they were going great. They shared Spotify playlists, matching flannel phase, deep
Aw.
combos about their Enneagram numbers. I mean, totally in sync, right? Then came the idea, let's take a vacation together, somewhere
Alright.
tropical, maybe somewhere all inclusive. Let's go to Cancun, they agreed, right?
Heck yeah.
So this was their first trip as a couple. You know, that's a real test, right?
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big deal. So a real test, but in a sexy mojitos on the beach kind of way. They
Oh.
booked a fancy resort, beachfront, 5 pools, unlimited margaritas, and waiters who brought guac right to your beach chair like gods descending from an avocado heaven, they say.
Avocado heaven.
And everyone likes to get avocado heaven.
That's right.
So for the first 2 days, it was bliss. Sunsets, snorkels, and so much PDA that even the resort iguanas were like, get a room, brother. And see, there's animals. They see it all.
I'm telling you, Dr. Doolittle is a pervert.
Exactly. Finally,
Right?
that's our new that's our new T-shirt.
Dr. Doolittle's a pervert.
Pervert. All the everything podcast. So, day 3 came along and everything changed. It started with a craving. Alex wanted to try, in quotes, real local ceviche, not resort ceviche, not ceviche behind a sneeze guard. No. He spotted a beach shack vendor selling fresh fish at what looked like a converted tool shed with a cooler and dreams. So Lena hesitated at first and said, "Are you sure about this?" And he said, "It's authentic. So you can't get this experience out of Hilton," he told her. So he ordered a full serving. It came in a plastic bowl. The guy behind the counter squeezed a line with his bare hands while smoking a cigarette. You know, that sounds plain. Alex downed it in minutes, gave a big thumbs up and said, "See, delicious. You worry too much." Well, let's fast forward 6 hours. They're back in the room. The sun is setting. Lena is in a flowy dress, ready for their couples massage. Alex, not so ready. He's sitting on the toilet with one hand gripping the towel rack, another and another one holding a trash can, like a man going through every emotion known to humanity. Sweating, pale, moaning things like, "Tell my mom I love her." Lena tries to help, but she's panicking. She's Googling things like, what do you do if your boyfriend eats bad seafood in Mexico? And can you die from ceviche? Then comes the worst part, the language barrier. She calls the front desk in a frenzy, and she says, "Emergency, mi novio es muy seco." They transfer to someone else who speaks English. Lena explains everything. Within 30 minutes, a doctor shows up. Not a nurse, a full-blown doctor, the full-blown Cancun hotel room doctor. He's got a briefcase and everything, like a tropical James Bond for gastrointestinal emergencies.
Yeah.
Boo. So the doctor gives Alex 2 shots, one for nausea and one for the volcano erupting in his intestines. Then he hands Lena a massive Gatorade bottle and whispers he needs to hydrate like a lot. Meanwhile, Alex is wrapped in a bathrobe like he just survived a shipwreck. The next day, plans ruined. No snorkeling, no sunset cruise, no romantic photos in the matching white outfits on the beach.
Yeah.
Instead, they stay in bed watching Shrek 2 in Spanish, while Alex moans, "I can still taste the shrimp."
Oh, God.
Elena, she's just surviving on vending machine peanuts and trying not to cry every time the TV replays the scene where Donkey turns into a white stallion. By the last night, you can picture that scene.
Yep.
By the last night, Alex is slightly upright. They go for a cautious beach walk. A breeze blows. It should be romantic. He looks at her, eyes bloodshot, and whispers, "Promise me, no more off the menu seafood." They fly home the next day. Alex spends most of the flight in the bathroom.
God,
Lena
man.
reads Eat, Pray, Love and wonders if solo travel might be her next vibe. They broke up 2 weeks later.
God bless.
And to this day, her friends called that trip the ceviche situation. And whenever someone mentions Mexico, Lena just stares off into the distance and softly hums the Shrek theme. She says her moral of the story is, when in doubt, skip the fish shack, or at least ask if the lime came from a cooler and not someone's jean pocket.
Oh, my God.
And that is the Cancun story. Oh, my gosh. I'm going to be honest. That sounds like something you may do because you have the stomach of steel. I would never, ever. I wouldn't even look at the people. I'd be gone. No, I want the stuff in the resort that I can see them make. Like, no, I'm not eating some roadside weirdness. I mean, think about how many times we're going through Mexico. There's people like selling crap at the stoplight. I see people buying, like even our friends buy it. They're tacos on the side of the road. I'm thinking, what kind of hell do you want for yourself? No. Would you do something like that?
Well, see,
Be honest now.
No, I have ordered local ceviche before, but if somebody's smoking and like squeezing a lime, I'm gonna be like, you know what? Sorry, no. I do look, and I've had good experiences with all the places that I think with the last time. Gosh, when we were in Puerto Vallarta, I ate, was it cow brain taco? Do you remember that?
Wait, you ate a cow brain taco?
You were right behind me. Yes.
When?
You might have actually had some too.
Oh, don't tell me that. Tell me that.
They had cow tongue and they had cow brain. And then I got to eat both of those. But yeah,
wait a minute. What are you talking about? This is a dream. This never happened.
No. I have pictures, man. We went on a food tour in Puerto Vallarta on a taco tour. Yeah. And so one of the tacos they gave us was cow brain.
I think I passed on those. There's no way. There is no way in hell. Sorry, girls listening. There's no way in heck I would have ever entertained anything like that.
But did you know?
What?
Yeah.
They didn't tell me.
Oh yeah, I might have just ate it.
That's probably so dirty.
That's the most adventurous that I have been. But it was a professional food tour. It is what it is. I had my own room, so I'm not worried about, but then also I've been married for 20 years. And so it's different when you're on your first vacation and you're going down to the lobby to go to the bathroom because you don't want to break that, shatter that glass so early or whatever.
Exactly. Like it's inevitable, but it doesn't have to be today.
Yeah. But no, we had cow brains, bro. Cow brains.
There's no way if I knew that. Maybe when
I gotta ask Leslie if you skipped that one or if you just it was good. Oh,
I'm gonna confront her when I'm done with this. I'm like, did you make me eat cow brain?
Just we didn't tell you.
I am so disgusted right now. The possibility of that even happened.
Yeah. Yep. That was a real life situation in Mexico.
Oh God, I feel still now.
Yep.
Excuse me. So anyhow, that was the Cancun ceviche situation.
Oh man. All right.
So, what do you got for me, brother?
For my next one, this one is entitled "The Iguana, the Kayak, and an Almost International Incident."
Oh, wow.
Yep. It was our dream vacation, a week in the Caribbean with nothing but sunshine, snorkeling, those little umbrellas, and drinks that taste like pure joy and pure regret. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
My wife and I had been saving for over a year to stay at this boutique resort on a quiet island, one of those that it doesn't even seem like a real place, but it is. Mm-hmm. The brochures promised, serenity, seclusion, and, sustainable eco luxury, which I didn't know what that meant, but it kind of sounded like something that Gwyneth Paltrow would approve of.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. We arrive, and I'll admit it, the place looked like a screensaver. I can tell you, there's some places that I've been to that the pictures just do not do it justice.
Right.
You can't capture how beautiful some places are. That clear turquoise water, white sand, hammock swaying under a palm tree. There's even a guy playing the steel drum at check-in, like, hey, this is it. We peaked, right? Life doesn't get any better. The first 2 days, incredible, which I feel like is a common story with a lot of these stories. It starts off
like that's just the story I just had. Yeah.
Awesome. We snorkel, we eat fresh mangoes on the beach. I spend the whole morning pretending I know all things about rum. It's paradise, right?
Yeah.
But on day 3, we decide to rent a tandem kayak, double person kayak. The front desk clerk told us about this special place. He said, it's just around the point, not far at all, Mon. Not far at all.
Yeah, man.
So, Yaman. Now, I should have known things were going to go sideways when he handed me what was a laminated map that looked like it had been hand drawn by a pirate with crayons. But, I thought to myself, I've seen Moana like 15 times. I got this.
Yeah,
We're good. I'm a wayfinder. It is what it is. We pack a little cooler. We slap on some sunscreen and push off in our bright orange kayak. About 10 minutes in, we realize something is off. First, the gentle breeze has turned into a headwind that is slapping us in the face it has like a personal grudge. Second, my wife and I are not in sync at all. She's paddling like she's in the Olympics, and I'm paddling like I'm trying not to spill my drink. We start going in slow, wide circles angrily. There's this passive aggressive muttering. I yell left, and she's like, I am paddling left. And then I said, then why are we heading towards the mangrove that looks like it eats kayaks? Eventually we make it around the point, completely soaked, salty, and barely speaking. We've all had those high pressure moments where
nobody wants to talk to each other. It's over.
It's usually like when things go awry or like you're putting together furniture, it happens in marriage.
I know that vibe. Yeah.
Yep. We eventually make it to the point and we find the hidden beach. It is gorgeous. It's totally empty, soft sand, perfect blue water. We pull the kayak up on shore and then just collapse like we survived a shipwreck. For a while, it's perfect again. And then the iguana arrives.
Oh.
Now, I don't know if you've ever made direct eye contact with a 4-foot lizard while holding a turkey sandwich, but I have, and it changes you. This iguana was the size of a golden retriever, and it was confident. It came out strutting like out of the bushes, like it owned the place, and makes a beeline for us and stares at me like it's about to initiate a duel. I toss it a grape. That was a mistake. It devours it and then hisses like more. So I toss it another one. It lunges and then it swipes the sandwich from my hand and then whips its tail around at me like, what the heck?
What the heck, actually? Yeah.
So this iguana steals this dude's sandwich. He screams. My wife screams. We both backpedal into the ocean like frightened little tourists in a National Geographic blooper reel. The iguana scampers off with my lunch victoriously. We're done. This beach isn't hidden anymore. It's cursed. So we grab the kayak and we try to paddle back. But the tide has changed. The wind is worse. And now we're both sunburnt, hangry, and 97% done with this whole marriage. So
that's funny.
Oh, God bless. Now, they say for better or for worse, and for high pressure kayaking, right? So we start paddling back, but the kayak fills with water. I realize one of the waterproof hatches is open. Our bag is soaked. Our phones are dead. My wife's Kindle, rest in peace.
Oh, no.
Then a wave hits us sideways and flips us. We go under. The kayak floats away like it's abandoning us. My wife comes up looking like she fought Poseidon and lost. I come up clutching our cooler like it's a life raft. We swim the kayak back to shore, dragging it over jagged coral, barefoot, bleeding, burnt, and furious. We finally see the resort. The steel drum guy sees us, stops playing, and just said, "You made it back, huh?" Not welcome back. Not how was the trip? Just you made it back. Like we survived something that no one talks about.
They expecting you to die.
Yeah, exactly. We shower, we sulk, we eat overpriced nachos by the pool in silence. Now, every time we go see an iguana at the zoo, we both flinch like we're having a shared flashback. So yeah, when vacations go wrong, sometimes they go wildly wrong, but at least we have a story. And I still maintain that kayak steering was not my fault. So
I would like to hear what your wife has to say about that.
right.
I
Oh
think
my
she would say it's not
gosh.
her fault either.
Right.
Oh my god, that is a crazy story. Like I'm like, because we've been places where we've seen some big old lizards in Mexico and other places. I mean, some big ones. I cannot imagine seeing one. I mean, I don't know if it was really the size of a golden retriever, but if there was one that's the size of a golden retriever, I'm out. I don't care. You take everything I own. I'll give him my clothes. I'll head back naked. Just leave me alone.
Give him my clothes. This iguana goes up to Dr. Doolittle and was like, "Hey man, you should have seen this one dude. He just threw his clothes at me. It was awesome.
And I got a sandwich."
Yeah, that's right.
Wait, what? What are we having this conversation about anyhow?
Oh, dude, this story kind of reminded me of like when you and Leslie went kayaking not too long ago on one of the trips and almost ended up in the Bat Cave, which would have probably made you have an actual heart attack.
Yeah, that was no going in that Bat Cave. I would have died in there.
Yeah, you would have died.
That would have been demise. Yes, I would have died. I would have had to crawl out. Like, which Batman is that? Where he has to crawl out of the hole with Bane?
Oh yeah. Your punishment.
That would have been
more
me.
severe.
Yes, exactly. His voice is crazy. Anyhow, we're off on a nerd tangent there for a minute.
That's right.
That was a great story. That made me laugh again. I like to listen to your stories, like in this like try to picture the visuals. That's what makes me laugh.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
So we're on our final stories.
Final stories.
One more. Yeah.
All right. Are you guys ready for it?
Let's do it.
I'm trying to listen to our audience. They're ready. I heard them.
They're ready. Good.
This one is called The Road Trip from Hell.
Oh, dom.
Every family has one of those. Sounds great in theory until you actually do it. For the Hendersons, the idea was, let's take a cross-country road trip to Yellowstone National Park. Woohoo! It was the mom's dream, the dad's compromise, and the kid's nightmare. So there they are. Dad, Dan, at the wheel. Mom, Cheryl, as the snacks and directions overlord. 3 kids, 15, 13, and 9, bickering in the back, and one grumpy elderly chihuahua named Pickles who hated everyone equally.
Well, they named it Pickles. That's
like, dude, you could come up with a better name than Pickles. I hate you guys.
Oh man,
you guys suck.
Yeah,
like McDonald's.
I did have a chihuahua named Sprite at one point in my life. So,
oh okay. Well, this chihuahua being kind of like Taco Bell, we'd be like, you suck, like the guy at Taco Bell who left.
God, suck.
Anyhow, off tangent. They packed a minivan with the precision of a Tetris master, cooler, sleeping bag, 17 phone chargers, a suspicious number of beef jerky sticks, and hit the road from Minnesota. Here we go. Day 1. Spirits were high. The Spotify playlist was filled with 80s classics and Disney sing-alongs. They made it to Iowa before the first incident happened. The AC quit, Billy. Just gave up in July. Suddenly, the van turned into a rolling sauna with 5 humans and 1 dog breathing heavy, like it was the final mile of a marathon.
Golly.
I couldn't imagine the heat.
Yeah.
Okay, so day 2, update, somewhere in Nebraska. The 9-year-old puked in his sister's Crocs. Why? Because he was car sick and she was being mean. So, cue the pit stop at the gas station with 1 hose, 2 screaming children, and a chihuahua running in circles like a furry gremlin.
They are.
That's crazy. While Mom tried to scrub vomit out of the pink rubber footwear, Pickle, slippery from his harness, escaped. He bolted across the parking lot like a caffeinated squirrel and launched himself into the convenience store, barking at a rotating hot dog roller like it owed him money.
Right.
A teen cashier screamed. A guy spilled his coffee. One woman dropped a Slim Jim. It was chaos. Not the Slim Jim. Everything but the Slim Jim.
Gosh.
Go back and get it. Get another one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The Kool-Aid man here all of a sudden. Oh, yeah. He's busted through the door.
That's right.
We've lost our minds.
Gosh.
All right. Eventually, Dad caught Pickles between aisles 3 and 4 and carried him like a football back to the car. They bought nothing and left a trail of wet dog smell behind them. Here we are. Fast forward to day 3. Somewhere in South Dakota, boom, they hit a pothole the size of a canoe and they blew a tire.
Oh.
No cell service, no roadside assistance, just a flat tire and a family losing it and its collective will to live.
Right.
Enter Mongoose. Mongoose was a man on a motorcycle, covered in leather, with a beard that looked like it had seen war. He pulled over, took one look at the Hendersons, and said, "Y'all need help and Jesus." Oh, not asking a question. He said, "Y'all need help and Jesus." Thank you, Mongoose.
Thanks. It was a statement. That was a statement.
That was a statement.
Jesus. There you go. I like it.
We'll go back. He looked over at the Hendersons and said, "Y'all need help and Jesus."
And Jesus.
However, Mongoose, he did fix the tire for them, but not before giving them a 40-minute unsolicited speech how Yellowstone is actually a government test site and that the geysers are watching us. The geysers are watching us.
Oh, man.
They thanked him and drove off slowly, not quite sure what they were blessed or cursed by Mongoose's story. Day 4, they arrived at Yellowstone, finally.
Woohoo.
Two days late, the reservation for the campsite was gone. Their geyser tour canceled. The one souvenir shop closed early due to unruly tourists, they said on the sign.
Oh, God.
They ended up setting up their tent in the rain. Did they mention the tent had no top? Just the bottom half and some duct tape, no cover, no protection, just 5 shivering Hendersons huddled together while Pickles growled at every drop of the water that hit his fur. At some point during the night, Dad muttered, "We should have gone to Disneyland." Yes, you should have.
Should have.
The ride home, silent, defeated, sticky. The kids didn't fight. The parents didn't talk. Even Pickles just stared out the window like a veteran who'd seen too much. When they finally pulled into the driveway, Cheryl got out of the van, kissed the ground, and said, "Next summer, we're staying home and building a dang fire pit in the backyard." You go, Cheryl.
That's right.
To this day, when someone mentions road trips, geysers, or potholes, the entire family collectively tenses up.
Ugh.
They now refer to it as the trip. That's it. No other details, just the trip.
The trip.
You know, as one family does. And they say their moral of the story is this, Billy. Sometimes the journey isn't the destination. Sometimes it's just a smelly van, a runaway dog, and a guy named Mongoose yelling about geysers and conspiracies.
That's right.
And that is their story of their road trip from hell.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, gosh. God bless, right?
That's right. I loved Yellowstone. Do you remember we used to shoot lasers at the
we shoot
geysers?
those, like heat razors.
Yes.
They tell us the temperature, right?
That's
Am I thinking
right.
this right thing? Okay.
That's right. That's right.
We had a great time.
We had a great time. There was that one that was just like looked like bubbling diarrhea. Do you remember that one?
Oh yeah, completely. Because I kept asking Michelle, like, "Can you tell me if something's wrong with this?" Because that was a joke that everyone sends her pictures of random crap all the time because she's a doctor.
Yeah, she she has a sense of humor of a 12-year-old boy.
That's why we got along so well.
That's right. That's right.
We were compadres that way.
Yep.
But yeah, they had us come stand there in front of the hole for a while talking about it. And we're all like, "What? This looks like a bubbling hole of diarrhea. What are we looking at here?"
It really does.
Let's just walk away.
Just walk away.
Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. But yeah, that story from hell sounded crazy.
Oh man, oh man.
Poor jerks. Go to Disneyland. Use a travel agent.
Yep. Just go. Yep. Yep. We'll make it awesome. Do it in style because we actually have done that. Yep.
Yeah, we have in style. It was fantastic. We even saw the Grand Canyon of Yellowstone, right?
That was awesome. That was really so pretty.
I didn't know that was such a thing, but it was awesome.
I didn't either. And it was funny because Michelle didn't know that Wyoming in Yellowstone is on top of a super volcano. And that was something I told her when we landed.
Yeah. She's like, wait, what?
Super volcano. And then she Googled and was like, holy crap. What?
Yeah, we could all die in any second. That's what they talk about every day. So.
That's right. Yep. All right. But yeah, for the final story of the day, this right here.
Story of our summer series too. Oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is bringing home the summer series. This one is like my worst international traveling nightmare. Okay.
Oh gosh.
So it's called.
Let's hear it.
Yeah. The passport is not in the bag.
Oh my gosh.
It was supposed to be the trip of a lifetime. 2 weeks in Italy, pasta, wine, museums, gelato, more wine. My wife had been planning this trip for over a year. She had the itinerary, the tabs and color codes. She had spreadsheets. You know, all I had to do was show up and stay out of the way and carry things. We're flying out on Thursday. We live 90 minutes from the airport. So we give ourselves plenty of time. We leave the house at 8 a.m. for a 1 p.m. international flight. Now, that morning, I had one job, get the carry-on bags in the car. She handled the passports and said, the passports are in the red folder. It's in the inside pocket of your backpack. Perfect. Okay. We drive, we park, we shuttle, we check 2 bags, all smooth. We get up into security, and that's when it all falls apart.
No.
We're at TSA, document check. And then, I'm feeling cocky. I'm smiling. I'm thinking about Rome, thinking about that carbonara. I unzip my backpack, reach into the front pocket for the red folder, and it is not there. Weird, huh?
No.
I check the main pocket. Nothing. I check the other front pockets, the laptop sleeve, the sunglass case. I check the entire bag. Nothing. No red folder, no passports.
Oh, no.
My blood runs cold. My wife is already scanning her boarding pass. I make eye contact and shake my head. Her smile drops. She walks over slowly and says, "What do you mean it's not there?" I, a grown man, father of 2, say, "The folder is gone." She does not blink. She says, "Are you joking?" Reader, I was not joking. I feel every ounce of joy leave her body. We step out of line. She grabs my backpack, unzips it. She's performing surgery. She goes and does the same checks that I did, but faster, angrier, and significantly with more judgment.
I can see this. I can see this happening.
Yes,
too, like just ripping through it. Everything.
Oh my gosh, my heart's just dropping.
Yeah.
She finally looks at me and says the 6 words every married man fears: "Did you bring the wrong backpack?" And that's when I remembered. No. I did. I remember now in vivid slow motion horror seeing 2 backpacks sitting by the door that morning, mine and the other one, the one that we took to the gym last weekend. So guess which one I grabbed? So now we're standing in the corner of the international terminal 3 hours before our dream flight to Italy, and our passports are sitting at home in a different backpack next to a box of protein bars.
Oh, gosh.
Panic set in, and I say, maybe we can have someone bring it. But the keys to our house are in my actual backpack. So unless someone breaks a window and rappels into our house through the chimney like Tom Cruise, that's out. We considered turning around, driving 90 minutes back, grabbing our passport, racing back to the airport, but the math is not mathing. It's already 10:45. We would never make it. My wife looks at me, deciding whether to cry or to kill me. She thankfully chooses neither. Instead, she whips out her phone, connects to the Wi-Fi like a wizard, and then books us another flight for the next day at a different airport using airline miles that she was apparently saving for a rainy day. Well, folks, it was pouring. We rent a car. We drive home in silence. I spent the entire ride practicing apologies in Italian. I Google how to re-earn somebody's love and trust. I do the dishes without being asked. I make dinner. I make eye contact. The next morning, we do the whole thing again. Same drive, same bag, same backpacks, but this time with the red folder secured in a padded case in a Ziploc bag in my wife's arms. We make it. We get on the plane. And you know what? Italy was amazing. But let me tell you this. For the rest of the trip, every time we left the hotel, my wife would look at me and say, "Do you have the passports?" And I would say, "Yes." And then she would say, "Let me see them." And I would show her.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. Oh my gosh.
It gives me such anxiety hearing that story. As a matter of fact, I'm so paranoid about that. Before we leave any trip, Leslie and I, depending who's going, but Leslie and I usually will bring our backpacks up to the kitchen. Mm-hmm. We open our backpacks, or she opens her purse, and we both visually see each other's passport.
Yes.
I am so paranoid to the fact, like, I'm like, look at my picture. I'll put it back in this little case, and I'll say, "Watch me put it back in the backpack and zip it." Like, you see this happening, right? So I'm not nuts.
Yes.
And she does the same thing because of that.
Yes. The last time I was on an international trip, I pulled off at a gas station on my way down. It was 4 a.m. to
Yeah.
get hands on because I was just like, I knew I had it, but I needed to actually like physically touch it. Like I have to, like, I couldn't stop thinking about it because I live an hour away from the airport. And so, yeah, that's been a nightmare of mine. And I was going to Cancun a little bit over a year ago, and I'm sitting there, and these ladies behind me, there was this mom group. Like, these moms are getting away, they're going to Cancun.
Yeah.
And then I hear people, they call them up to a couple of them they're called up to the
desk.
The desk. And then they come back and they're like, they're telling us that our passport cards will not work.
Oh no.
There was 4 out of this group of like 12 that had brought, because they use passport cards. I don't know why passport cards are a thing. You cannot travel internationally. You can go on a cruise.
Why do they exist?
Why do they exist? It just confuses people because they use them on a cruise. You can use them on a cruise, but you cannot fly internationally with a passport card. You have to have a legit passport. And these poor ladies, they're not traveling today.
No.
They're not going. They're not getting on that plane. I remember texting Leslie and telling her that story. And I'm like, I felt so bad. And then, like, the other ladies just had to leave them. They had to go down to Atlanta. We were thankfully in Atlanta, but they had to go to the passport place, I'm sure, actually get like a expedited, if they wanted to make that trip, or if they might have just canceled it. I don't know.
Oh, that's heartbreaking.
It's like my worst fear. It's like traveling internationally and then having passport issues. So,
absolutely.
So this one was like one of those. I was like, oh, I got to share this story.
I remember that story. You must have called Leslie and told her she told me or something, because that sounds really familiar.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, man. Oh,
what a story.
Summer vacation disasters. And so I hope you all enjoyed these disaster stories. Hopefully it didn't raise your blood pressure. But like we said, use a travel agent.
Yeah.
Lower the stress. We're here for you.
That is. If you want to avoid travel stress and have someone who is a travel expert and your personal confidant and your personal guardian of your trip, let a travel agent help you. If you have a travel agent you work with already, amazing.
Awesome.
Thank you for using one. If not, like we said, we have an amazing company called Exclusive Travel Partners, and you can look us up at exclusivetravelpartners.com, where you can work with our one and only Billy Parchman, and he can help you book your magical trip, and you won't have to have any of these vacation horrible stories. So
that's right.
Well, this has been a really, really great series. This has been a fun episode today. I've had a great time.
Yes.
Even back to our opening, going through our OOTDs and everything we've been going through.
Yep.
That was so much fun for me, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we can't wait to see you again next time for an amazing episode of All the Everything Podcast. Have a great week, everybody.
Bye, y'all.